Hello everyone, welcome to the Saturday edition of This Day. It is Saturday, April 19th, and of course you know it's Saturday because here I am starting the show at the desk. As always, I'm Michael Taylor, glad to be here with you on this Easter weekend. Hope you're having a great Easter weekend. Hope you have family, grandkids, everybody in town. Hope you're going to have some fun out there. Easter, of course, tomorrow, so we're all looking forward to that, and Easter egg hunts and church and all of the great things that come with Easter as we live here in Laguna Woods Village. For on our show today, we got a great one for you as well. We're going to be talking to Caring Senior Services Dean White and Lisa Rehberg, and they're going to be telling us about, of course, the services for in-house residents that need a home care and what that going to be, what's that all about. And then Lisa's going to be talking about life insurance buyback program that they have, so we'll stay tuned for that one. Then later in the program, Phil Chait going to be here from the Comedy Club. They got an event coming up that you're going to want to go to, get some laughs, should be some fun. Right after Easter, maybe you need that one as well, so looking forward to that. Right now, we want to keep you informed. We've got an Easter buffet to tell you about for tomorrow. It's going to be Sunday, of course, tomorrow, April 20th, 1 p.m. over at Clubhouse 5. So there's the price for it. Tickets are available. They've been on sale since March 25th. You might want to call the number on the screen or an email over there and make sure there's still some tables left and still some tickets left, but they got the Easter buffet going over there over at Clubhouse 5. So looking forward to that one as well. Let's take a look at our weather while we're at it. And we got a beautiful Easter weekend for you. So folks, the temperature high is going to be 70 today, 70 again tomorrow. It's going to be beautiful. If you get out there, maybe even see the sunrise. A lot of people like to do the sunrise services on Easter. That is fun. I've never actually done that, but it should be kind of neat to kind of do that maybe one of these years. Then the rest of the week, they'll be low 70s from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and a little bit of cloud coming back on Wednesday. So enjoy the great sunshine that we're going to have for now. Sunrise this morning, let's take a look at that sunrise and sunset while we're at it. And this morning we had our sunrise at 6:15 a.m. Sunset tonight is going to be 7:25. And here's a beautiful, very good, colorful Easter picture for us, Easter weekend picture for us from Hope Bullock. Thank you very much for sending this to it. These are flowers at Heisler Park, and beautiful shot. If you'd like to send us some beautiful Easter pictures, Easter bunny, Easter egg hunts, pets, places, sunrise, sunsets, locations, we'd love to see them. Go ahead and email us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Make sure you include your name, where you took the picture, and we will use it in our sunrise sunset segment. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be talking to folks from Caring Senior Service. Stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats.
Tonight at the Barclays.
Something is happening.
Tonight at the Barclays.
The Barclay in Irvine.
Live entertainment. You don't want to miss it. Tonight at the Barclays.
Cue the lights, take your seat, and it's right down the street at the Barclays.
And we absolutely love you, Matt King, as a friend and as the greatest comedy magician, at least alive today, maybe you ever lived.
Laguna Woods Village Performing Arts Center presents The Matt King Comedy Magic Show, Saturday, May 3rd at 7:30 p.m. at the Performing Arts Center.
We believe every senior should be able to remain healthy, happy, and at home. At Caring Senior Service, we understand the value of compassion and companionship. Our caregivers promote health, happiness, and independence. We cook nutritional meals, engage in meaningful activities, run errands, do light house cleaning, and more. Call us toll-free at 833-926-3700 or visit our website, CaringSeniorServiceLW.com. Healthy, happy home. Caring Senior Service.
And we want to welcome to our program the owner of Caring Senior Service, Dean White, and Lisa Rehberg, who's going to be talking about life insurance settlements. So we're going to talk about that in a second. Welcome both of you to the program.
Thanks, Michael. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. Good to see you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Are you ready for Easter?
I'm ready for Easter.
Yeah?
The eggs are hidden. I ate a couple of them. I'm not going to lie to you. And the peeps.
I've seen some great things. The newest thing is having a printed piece of paper that you take an egg and you roll it on, and then when it comes off, it has a cool design on it. I haven't done it yet. I guess it's printed cloth. but it's a great way to re-dye eggs. And I thought, wow,
What a modern
maybe I'll try
world we
that,
live in.
this time.
It's kind of cool.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what your services provide, your caring senior service.
Yeah.
What do your caregivers do when they come to the house? This is for folks who are going to stay in their home but just need a little bit of help.
That's right. Our tagline is we want every senior to be healthy, happy, and at home. And we know that people get healthier when they're at home versus in rehab, or sometimes somebody does fall and they go into the hospital. Who's going to care for them when they come home?
Right.
And a lot of times their kids are working full-time jobs and have their own kids, etc. Our caregivers come in and they will help with mobilization, get somebody to the restroom. They'll help them with a shower, help even get their mail for them, or go to the grocery store. A lot of times it's meal prep and medication reminders. As we get older, forgetfulness happens to all of us.
Right, right.
And if we're needing to be on a certain regimen for our medication, if we take too much, we could actually harm ourselves even more, correct? Or if we forget, it could even just be the worst. So we have a caregiver that comes in, organizes everything, and can help with medical reminders, can also help with little light house cleaning. If they have pets, help take care of the pets as well. The biggest thing that I think we offer is just peace of mind to the kids.
Right.
Knowing that mom or dad are okay or on a path of rehab versus, falling down a path of harm.
Right, right. And your services also give kind of updates to the family members too, right? You get those here, they're doing well this week. They did their rehab, whatever it might be.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, our caregivers take notes on what their shift was, and after the shift, those notes are sent to the office and then sent to the family. So we have a family that's in New Jersey, and their mom is in Laguna Woods. But every single day they get to see what happened, and then at the end of the day, the New Jersey person calls the mom in Laguna Woods, says, "Oh, Mom, I saw the caregiver, Nancy did these and these and these things. Oh yeah, we had a wonderful time. We went out for ice cream today, or got our nails done, or she helped, organize my laundry."
Okay. Now you work with a lot of partnerships because you're in the home and you guys know what the families need and what the people that you're taking care of need. And sometimes it's maybe a maid service. Sometimes it's, hey,
That's
we're going
right.
to maybe sell the house, we're going to do something. And so you work with a lot of partners. And that's where Lisa comes in with life insurance settlements. Tell us a little bit about what that is in general for folks who don't know.
So a life settlement is just a financial transaction. It's a way for a client to sell their life insurance policy for a lump sum of cash.
And so what would make someone decide to do that instead of, as I would imagine usually do, you pass away and then your life insurance kicks into the family members, whoever is on that list of people who are going to be beneficiaries?
Right. So 2.5 million seniors a year will lapse or surrender their life insurance policies. They're just going to get rid of it. And the reason that happens is they don't want it anymore. They don't need it. The reason they bought it in the first place is no longer a concern, right? The kids are gone. The house is paid off, whatever. Maybe
Right.
my spouse has passed away. And so it doesn't make sense for them to have it anymore. Sometimes they get more expensive as it gets as we get older. So it's an expense issue. Or sometimes it's repurposing it to pay for needs like home care. So
Okay.
there's a lot of different reasons why people may want to sell their life insurance policy.
Yeah, when you're looking at the needs, the pricing as we get older for medical cost and for help just goes up. We know all of this. And it's a big cost to the families to go, how are we going to mitigate this cost? Do we do a reverse mortgage? Do we sell the house? Do we pull money from stocks that are doing really well? And a lot of people don't realize there's money in their life insurance. And again, it's just one of the tools that we can take a look at and say, Lisa, what would be the possibility of repurposing this life insurance that we were going to cancel already? And it's amazing that so many families don't realize that it is a big chunk of cash sometimes that can come in and help the family.
Right, we have a did you know slide up. I want to show you folks, like 2.5 million seniors a year will lapse or surrender their life insurance policies.
A lot.
That is crazy.
A lot.
Wow.
Yes, and
Yeah.
and just to give you some perspective, last year our market purchased 3,218. That's it. Really big gap, and the reason for that is a lot of people just don't know that this is an option for them.
Okay, and so what are some of the things that people need to understand when they go to see you and say, here are the first questions, here's how we assess if there is a big buyout available or something like that?
Right. So first of all, any type of life insurance policy has the opportunity to be sold, including term policies that don't necessarily have any cash in them.
Oh, okay.
That's number one. Number two, our market is looking for clients that have what we call face values or death benefits of $100,000 or more. The last thing people really need to understand is this is not only legal, it has been legal since 1911, but it's highly regulated by departments of insurance across the country. So not only me, as a life settlements broker who represents clients to get them the most money, but the buyers are regulated as well, and that's really important.
I'm not going to lie to you. The only time I ever heard about this was watching It's a Wonderful Life when George Bailey tries to sell his life insurance to Potter. And I'm like, what's he doing? He wants
That's
to sell
creepy
His,
on a
he
good day,
wants to
right?
sell his life insurance to Potter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the only
like
time I ever heard that life insurance was actually worth something, and that kind of thing. So I think, is that a lot of the questions people have? They just don't really understand the financial benefit on the back end of that without having to have it pass for it to be kind of come to fruition.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. And the other concern that people sometimes have is exactly that situation, like who is going to purchase these policies, right? We don't want clients' next door neighbors to buy their policies. That's like not good. That's creepy. But no, these are institutional investors who purchase these policies. So they take a small percentage of their billions of dollars of their portfolio and purchase life insurance policies.
Okay.
And
And
then
how long does the process take? Real quick, like is it if someone decides it's right for them, they've met with you, is it a long process? Is it a couple forms and it's done?
Very similar to real estate, so about 3 to 5 months.
Okay.
And because we're so highly regulated, we're talking about thick contracts for sure.
Okay.
But about 60 to 90 days to find out how much a client's policy is worth. 3 to 5 months, start to finish.
And Dean, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, a lot of times, we just don't think that we get to see the benefit of the life insurance. You
Right.
pass away, you don't know how the kids are going to spend it. This you get to actually see, the money going into and where it's going to go. Sometimes you're able to help, pay off a student's, a grandchild's education, help another family member in a situation to launch a business, or simply just to take care of yourself so that there's not this stress upon your kids.
So when someone sits down for you, it's a kind of free, no cost obligation estimate or assessment in terms of what's going on. What are some of the things that you would, when you say, okay, we've done this assessment and this actually isn't right for you, and why would that be?
Well, first of all, it's a function of what works best for a client, right? It doesn't work if a client wants to keep the policy for their beneficiaries, for their kids, right? Not a good solution. If they can keep their policy and want to, they should. So where we come in is the 2.5 million seniors a year who are going to get rid of it. That's where we're a good fit.
Right, they just don't want that cost involved anymore. And like you said, a lot of the services just aren't, hey, I don't need it for my spouse, my kids are gone and that kind of thing, and then it's just not for them.
Or back to what Dean was saying is they want to repurpose it into making their life more comfortable while they're here.
And I know it's a hard question to ask, but is there an average in terms of the buyout? I mean, I'm sure that's what people, what could I get for this? What is the range of opportunities there?
It's very difficult to tell. Right. I'm going to answer your question, kind of. It's so specific to each client because each client, bluntly, their life expectancy is different, the policies are different, the premiums are different, the amount of money to carry the policy is different. But here's what I can tell you. Based upon statistics over time, and especially last year, we generated 6 times cash surrender value from selling a policy versus letting it go. Okay. So literally, if somebody has, let's say, a $250,000 life insurance policy, there very well could be $100,000 sitting there. There could be $5,000. There could be zero. It just depends upon a lot of situations, a lot of circumstances. But last year is about 6.2 times.
Okay, and that can be a big difference maker for a senior who's considering just surrendering it because they don't want to do the payments; they're just not right for them anymore. So that's a big deal. All right, well, Lisa Reberg, thank you for this information. It's been great from Life Settlements and, of course, Caring Senior Service. Dean, thank you for joining us as always.
You bet, Michael. Great seeing you again.
Great information.
Wonderful to be here. Thank
you. Good
you.
info and happy Easter, both of you.
Thank you. Happy Easter.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
Caring Senior Service provides a variety of care services to help seniors age in place. We cook, we clean, we listen, we help, we care. And that's why we create customized care plans to enable every senior to maintain their independence. To learn more about how we can help your family, contact us today.
Seniors fear running out of money more than death itself, and the number one mistake you can make is underestimating volatility, which can derail your retirement. For 35 years now, I've coached seniors to financial independence by using two simple rules: never take big losses and create income along the way. It's your financial future. Call now to get a free risk analysis to ensure your investments are protected, and we'll send you our Safer Money System, 949-219-0692.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. We are going to talk all things funny. The Comedy Club is a fun staple here in Laguna Woods Village, and I get a chance to talk to new president, Phil Chait. Hi.
Nice to meet you. Well, I haven't met you before, but nice to see you again.
I met you a long time ago.
Yep.
But that was under the bocce ball
And we're still doing that
umbrella.
too. But yeah.
So now you've moved on. Or
No,
you haven't moved on.
I'm still with bocce and
You're
still
with
comedy.
bocce. You're just filling your calendar a little bit
Yeah,
more.
I got to fill up my retirement. Yeah.
I love it. So do you like being a new president?
Yeah, I love it. It's a fun, great group of people I work with, and it's just fun. It's a lot of fun. I get to do a monologue before every show, which is great, and it's very enjoyable. It's a great show.
So since this is the first time that I'm talking to a guest about the Comedy Club, can you tell me all about it? What's the history of the Comedy Club?
Well, it's been around for a while in different formats. More recently, it was run by Joey Sims, who most everyone knows here. And she ran it for a while, and she basically retired about a year ago. Another woman named Gia came on for a year, and she decided it wasn't for her. So somehow I got into it, and they hired me. So it's been around Clubhouse 5 for years, and as I said, it's always been a well-attended event. And we've had some pretty well-known people, come to see us. So it's a great show.
So far it's going well. Are you booking all your guests?
I'm the one who books all the comedians, yes.
How do you find them, Phil?
Well, either people refer them to me. I have friends that say to me, "Oh, did you ever hear this guy or this woman or this person?" So or I go to shows, a lot of local comedy shows, and if someone I think fits what we would have in our genre, then I go out and speak to them about hiring. I do have some restrictions on taboos of not to speak about, but for the most part, we're pretty good.
Pretty open.
Yeah, we just, profanity is not really accepted, and I try to tell them to stay away from politics, which is a big divide. So little things I tell them, and for the most part, they follow it, so it's all good. It comes out good.
Yeah, you can still make a funny joke.
Yeah, even without those two things, you can make a joke funny.
What about the audience? Is the audience off limits, or do they get poked fun at?
No, actually, a lot of times the comedians go into the audience and speak with them and do stuff with them, but they all love to be part of the show. They all want to be sitting up front so they can be part of it. So they love being part of it. Being singled out by a comedian and part of the act. They love that part.
That's fantastic. So do you have any changes this year that you're going to start implementing?
Well, the biggest change we did from previous years is I decided that I wanted to hire 2 comics a night. And the only reason for it was, it seemed when we had one headliner that usually did a 45-minute act, and it just seemed like it was too short a night. So now I open up with like a 10-minute monologue, and then we'll have an opening act that'll do like 20, 30 minutes, and then the main act will do 45 to an hour. So we'll have a full hour-and-a-half show, and again, consider the fact we only charge $10, that's a pretty good deal for an hour-and-a-half of laughs, and we've gotten great reviews the first few months of the year. We've had comedians here, we've got great reviews, so it's a great show to go to, and it's a lot of fun. It really is. Yes.
Now, I asked you this before the show, but tell the audience, do you get up there?
Yes, I do. I open up. It's as I said, comics have their act, and they do it from venue to venue. I'm staying in the same venue, so I have to come up with new stuff every month. But I've been doing it mostly speak about marriage and my wife, who loves it to death, and just general observations that I make, and then some jokes. It's all just to get the audience kind of warmed up for the real acts to come in, and then they take it from there. So it's a lot of fun.
So does your wife still think you're funny?
Well, I have videos of when she took at me. She actually laughed on the video, so I guess so. But when I told you that joke earlier today, sometimes she gives me the same blank stare. I go, "You don't get that?" But anyway, so yeah, no, it's good. It's a lot of fun.
Some are just over the head, right? So what can you tell us about some upcoming shows?
Well, let me show you my glass. Well, this show we have coming up right now, this week from this Thursday, is Brian Kiley and Matt Donaher. And Brian Kiley actually is an Emmy Award winner. He wrote for Conan for many years, and he's been on Late Night. He's been on with Conan, obviously, Tonight Show. So he's been on a lot of the big TV shows.
Fantastic.
So he's a very funny guy. And Matt, and actually, the other thing I did was I told all the headliners, you bring in your opening acts. That way, you know who you'd want to open up for you, and that way, if I did it, they weren't good, you blame me. So this one, I'm putting it all on you to do it. So Matt Donaher was his choice, and Matt's a funny guy too. So that's who's coming in this month. In May, we have Don Friesen and another guy named Steve Mason, and they're coming in that month. And then we have June, haven't filled yet. In July, we have a Steve Middleman and a Howard Berger. These are comics. They're all TV people and whatever else. And then we have a well-known name coming in August, and that is Fritz Coleman, who's been here before, the old weatherman. So he's going to be here in August. And then in September, we just signed on Monica Piper, who actually has a one-woman show up in Santa Monica. She's been doing that for years. So a very funny comedian. So that's what we have scheduled so far coming up. So some really excellent upcoming shows.
So you're booked all the way through
Yeah, we
fall.
still having that in June. I still have October and November. So we got 3 more months, but we'll film.
Yeah.
We get a lot of calls from people. People actually like performing here. Besides the fact it's a great audience, we get like 300, 350 people to a show. So we get big audiences, and they're very receptive, and they enjoy the show. So the comedians love coming here.
So Phil, where are the shows hosted?
They're in Clubhouse 5, always in Clubhouse 5, and it's always the 4th Thursday of the month. The only exception is going to be November, because 4th Thursday is Thanksgiving, so we're going to have it the 3rd Thursday of the month, but that's only in November. Otherwise, it's 4th Thursday of every month.
4th Thursday of every month. Do folks need reservations?
No. We have no membership, no reservations. We have the Clubhouse holds about 500 people, so I would love to hit that capacity, but so far we haven't. So you just have to show up. The doors open at 5:30. It's BYOE. We give you coffee and we do give you dessert, but I mean it's 5:30 and the show starts at 7.
So come after dinner, have dinner first.
Well, a lot of people bring their dinner.
Oh, they bring their dinner?
Oh yeah, they bring their dinner. Yeah.
Oh, that's
and then
fun.
We also have the no-host bar there also. So we have a bar open, so it's the whole thing. So they come and socialize and schmooze, and then the show starts, and then they laugh for the next hour and a half.
Which is so healthy.
It is, and as I said, the first few shows have gotten great reviews, so I'm really happy about that, and we're hopefully going to continue it this month.
That's exciting. Now, Phil, are you able to record the shows and
We
play
haven't,
them back?
well, except for what my wife took in videos, but short of that, we haven't yet, but we are going to start videotaping them, yes.
Yeah.
But obviously all the comedians have their YouTube videos and all that stuff, so if anyone wants to look up these comedians, just go online, and there's tons of videos of them, so they can see see what they are and see if they're their type of comic. Because not everyone hits somebody the same way, but these guys are pretty good general, and they've been playing to general audiences and much success.
Do you have them send in a pre-tape of their materials?
No, because I've already seen it online. I've seen it previously. I just asked them to write their bios for me so I can know exactly how they want me to introduce them. But other than that, no, these guys have been around for years and they're pros. So, and a lot of them have been here before. So if someone's been here before and drew a good audience, like Fritz Coleman's been here before and always draws a big audience, so we bring him back because audiences love him. And the old famous Channel 4 weatherman.
Fun. So are you able to effectively split your time between Bocce Club?
Yeah, it's totally
and
different. I don't have to prepare anything for
Comedy Club?
Bocce. I just have to show up for those basically. But yeah, this is a little different because it takes time to write the opening monologue. But no, they're both great clubs and they're both
And
a lot
both
of
the
fun.
guests.
Yeah, they're just different events, but different clubs, but just fun. Both of them are great, so I have no problem with that.
I don't
enjoy
know
it.
a lot of comedians. Are there a lot of them?
Yes.
I mean, will you ever run out of
there's a lot of people
comedians?
that claim they're comedians. I mean, I don't know what officially makes somebody. There's a lot of people, tell jokes and stuff, but
Sure.
they're not all, funny. I just want to say it. So I try to get the people who are well known, have a name out there. Been for us, had some credits to their name, etc. So I know they're good and seeing them and go to clubs, and so that's what we primarily get. So we don't get anybody usually that's an unknown here.
Sure.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but we just prefer to get people that we know are going to be good in front of an audience.
So maybe if they're over at the Improv, they can just come over here.
Well,
the next night.
I've gone to some. I am going to be hiring some people that I've seen as acts on some of these other things to give them a chance because I actually thought they were really funny. So I mean, as I said, and we're a great venue for them to come because again, the audience is very receptive and we get pretty large audiences. So I mean, they love performing in front of that. So no, as I said, I can't believe how many calls I get from comedians looking to play here. So
Well, that makes your job easier.
Oh yeah, it does. It makes it. Yeah. So I just have to cull them out.
That's fantastic. Phil, this is great. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, no, it's a fun thing. And again, if you haven't been there before, please show up. As I said, it's only $10. So if you don't like it the first time, you don't have to worry about it. But most people love it. And as I said, you get coffee, dessert, and an hour and a half of laughs for $10. So you can't beat that deal.
And they get an hour and a half's worth of dopamine drips.
Yeah, well,
That's great.
they usually come out smiling.
That's awesome. Phil, thank you so much for catching us up on the Comedy Club.
Thank you for your time.
Appreciate
I
you
appreciate
being
it.
here.
Good seeing you again.
You too.
Take care.
You're watching This Day on Village TV. We'll be back after these messages. Stay with us.
And welcome back. Let's talk about our Saturday movie. And we got a good one for you. It's going to be I Am Sam, stars Sean Penn, made back in 2001. It's brought to us by City of Hope. It's going to be at 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. It's about an intellectually disabled man who fights for custody of his 7-year-old daughter and in the process teaches his cold-hearted lawyer the value of love and family. That is I Am Sam. Going to be again 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. for our Saturday movie. All right, let's take a quick check of our weather, and we got some beautiful temperatures for the weekend and really into next week. 70s for this weekend and on Easter Sunday, and then 72 and 71 as we head into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So great temperatures, great springtime here in the village. Monday on the program on this day, Laguna Woods Men's Golf Club is going to be here and the Publishing Club. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of This Day. I got to get over the Easter egg hunt over the Equestrian Center. I had to carve out a 57-year-old and older hunt for me, so I've missed kind of doing Easter eggs. So looking forward to that. If you're getting down there at the Equestrian Center, make sure to say hi. Just a joke, I'm not going to be there. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of This Day. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.